the one place on the internet where all we talk about is how to get happy right now, how to take that next step in your personal life, and then how to build a plan so that you enjoy the journey towards your desire. Hi, I'm your host, Kelly Lunt. I'm an intuitive channel and medium. I love bringing you Spirit's message just to help you feel good and move forward in life. I always start the show with a general channeled message from Spirit so that way those of you who can't join live, you can still come back and hear a personal message from Spirit in the very beginning of the show. For those of you who are able to join live, I stay live for 30 minutes for free with free mini personal readings. After the 30-minute mark, that is when I do request and encourage super chat in the amount of $20 to either keep the show going or to ensure that you get a mini message that day. And I do this show Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. That's 8 a.m. Pacific Time. So come join, come hang out. Know that you're going to get this good, juicy, good, high vibe stuff Monday through Thursday. It looks like we got Antoinette in the house. What's up? You get first for today. And one announcement, let me get the link for you guys. My Law of Attraction course is open and I'm available for personal readings right now. So let me just get you those links in the chat before we get to the general message. And say hi, everyone who's coming live. Let me know what's up. Let me know where you're at. We got Alika in the house. We're almost getting to the general Lakes view. Okay, so if you guys would like a personal reading, which I have available right now, I don't always have personal readings available, but they're available right now. Personal readings. Okay, now I need to get you guys. The Law of Attraction course is open. I'm making it available so that you can buy it, do it yourself if you're a do-it-yourself person and like to take courses at the own pace. And you also have an upgraded mastermind option so you can come hang out, join a group of high vibe, mostly ladies right now, manifesting your hearts out. So without further ado, let us get to the general message for today. Yes, yes, yes. Today is a day of stabilizing your recent improvement in mood. It's not always about growth, it's not always about the next step. In Law of Attraction, we always say you got to enter your end destination and you have to enter your starting location. I want to be happily married and I'm scared to death. Now your inner being can guide you. So sometimes what happens when you get to step 3 or 4, many of you don't even recognize that you're higher vibe. But there's so much more to do. So we encourage the practice of meditating 15 minutes every day. Set a timer, either listen to a sound or focus on the feeling of your breath expanding and deflating in your body. And then we always encourage write a list of just 10 things that you find satisfying in life. The sun came up of its own accord. I like that something so beautiful can come up and bring so much delight to my life. It can nourish the flowers, the plants, the food I eat, and I don't have to do anything for it. I like that lets me know that I'm worthy. I'm worthy of just receiving. And I like that the sun is a reminder that everyone on earth is worthy of receiving. That's 4 or 5 things we just put on the list right there. I like the rain because it waters the plants. And in this case, our suggestion would be sometimes when you get to step 3 or 4, you're not feeling as frustrated as you used to. You're not feeling as angry as you used to. Sometimes it's good to write a list of just 10 things with you noticing and acknowledging how much further along you are. And we'd encourage you guys to do it in the chat right now. Why not bring your attention to it when you have Source holding a focus on you, helping you be a little more positive? And it could be, well, I'm not as fearful as I used to be about the idea of getting a husband. I like that. I like the improvement in my mood, the improvement in my mindset. Sure, it might be frustrating, there's more to go, but I'm not afraid of getting him. Oh, I like that that means there's a little part of me that might be growing the seed of eager anticipation. There's a part of me that is now able to access the thought, the ask of, universe, can you help me enjoy this journey? Can you help me get excited to meet him? Whoa, I like that I'd like to be excited to meet him. Oh, I like that spark of life that's coming back to my life. Hey, and I've been really starting to notice all the ways my life would get better. I've been starting to get glimmers. When my partner's here, I would be getting hugged right now. Hey, I'm able to bring my focus to things that I'll be enjoying once he's here. I like that. Many of you just need to acknowledge how much further along the journey than you think you are. And we teach this in the Law of Attraction course, which is why we told Kelly to announce that it's open. Come hang out with us. Step 1, you do the ask. I'd like to get married. Step 2, you let the universe start doing its job. And sometimes the job is just to get you in a happier mood. You're here, you got to be here. If you're angry, frustrated, worried, we can't, that's too big of a leap. We can't, here he is, because when we bring you him, it's also a gentleman at the worry vibration, and I wonder if he's going to call again. I wonder if he's going to leave after I kiss him. I wonder if we're a good match. I wonder if he's putting on a front. So when we bring you people, when you're at the worry vibration, you tend not to like them. So sometimes the journey is just getting you to be peaceful, content, satisfied with your life. Sometimes that means if you have a lot of time on your hands, we might encourage you to be taking a hobby. Many of you would make the step, oh, they gave me the idea to go play pickleball. I'm going to go meet him today when I play. No, sometimes it's, wow, pickleball was a lot of fun. That was a good way to spend time. It was so social. I liked meeting people. I like knowing that that is a way the universe can send it to me, but pickleball is really fun. I'm going to pick that up as a hobby. Because then if you pick that up as a hobby, you're playing 1, 2, 3 times a week. Now when we might randomly bump you into him on the street, you've tapped into the happiness vibration now, so you don't just have worry in your vibration. And he'll be like, "Oh, what's making you smile so much? Oh my God, I just had the most fun playing pickleball." Now you've got a good conversation going. So it's living in alignment to rapidly manifest. Sometimes your next step might just be something to positively fill your time with something really good so that you're beaming and radiating in happiness so that you call in a partner at that level or money at that level. Like we teach in the course, the vibe you're at when you manifest it in is the vibe you'll be at when it comes in. If you're in worry and you do, because you can manifest while feeling bad, absolutely. Why? But if what you want is, I want happy, I want to be baby, you're home, and you're at worry, then the first step is to get you to happiness. So we want you guys to become okay with the journey of getting ready to be getting ready to be getting ready. And we'd like you guys to start bringing your attention, maybe not 10 things. Can you at least notice 2, 3, 4 a day? I like that I'm thinking higher vibe thoughts around him coming in. I like that when I think of a life partner, I feel softer in my body than I used to. Sure, I might notice there's more to go, but I like that I'm feeling softer. I like this reassurance that I'm on the right path then. It feels good to be on the right path. We think you guys get the drift we're going. So, with that, we open this to questions, comments about the general. We open your guys' list of noticing how you're on the right path, and we can come and critique it. We also open going to personal readings right now. Wow, guys. Whew. That was a good one. You guys are manifesting some good stuff. Let me see the comment, or let me get the comments on my computer. I just finished my satisfaction and appreciation with this AM. Good job, Antoinette. Good job. Good morning. We got our moderator, Yoga with Concha, in the house. I feel safe now moving, which is a relief. I feel safe now moving. I like the relief I'm feeling. I'm feeling confident in where I want to live. I definitely see how every house I looked at led me to this clarity of like, this is the one. I appreciate all the houses I had to look at. I appreciate the comfort I got in the journey and recognizing that life is about ask, receive, ask, receive. Here's what I liked about it. I liked this. I liked this. I liked this. This house isn't the one. Let's go. What's the next one? I liked that reminder that it is about putting my focus on things that I enjoy. I have felt my whole body become soft. I like that I saw a lot of things at that house that made me feel like I could live here. And then you can get into more, there was room to do my yoga. It felt so community. I liked all the community space that was there. I liked the bonus rooms that I didn't even notice in the listing. I like that the universe made me apply for a different house to let me know that I can qualify for houses like this. So I'm really sinking into and gaining a sense of appreciation for the journey of getting ready to be getting ready to be getting ready. And Concha, my dear, that is what we want to say to you. When you were younger, you were so good at, oh my God, I want this. You would go do high vibe frequency stuff and focus on it, how it would feel when it would come in. Oftentimes, what happens though, when people around the age of 35, younger than that, people are on action and doing. And then people start to wake up to realize, it's not so much about the action and the doing. I want to be present. It's cool to have this purse, but you know what? This purse is actually a little uncomfortable. So people can start to doubt, maybe I don't know what I want. Some people will go off the rocker and go, the good old days are gone. You guys are deliberate manifestors. And we explain the difference in the course about default code creators and deliberate code creators, which you guys very much are. So you are on the, I'm ready to just explore Earth. I'm ready to ground and I'm ready to bask and get high vibe in a very grounded way, fully gaining appreciation for the mass consciousness of people and like the board game of life that the mass consciousness has created. And I'm ready to be grounded in this reality, beginning to manifest the things that would make me enjoy the physical earth more here and now. So I'm ready to go on the journey of I like this, I like that, I like that. I'm no longer going to be disappointed if I don't get something that just delights me on step one because I actually kind of liked the knowing that I could qualify for houses. That helped me feel more reassured so that when I saw this house, I think me before I applied for the other house would have been a little, oh my God, can I get in? Can I not? I like this sense of confidence I feel. I'm ready to sink in and trust the universe and recognize that it's a deliberate co-creation with the universe. I'm ready to live in a community kind of conscious house. I like that I now feel better about sharing space with people. I like that I now see how all the right things are falling into the place for me to, I can share space with people. I can be confident about applying for a house like this. I'm ready to trust the process and recognize that life is about ask, receive, and me gaining more clarity about what the me today likes. I'm ready to embrace being me and ready to embrace the clarifying process that life is. Let's go, universe, bring me more. What a beautiful message, Concha. I did enjoy the process. I feel more empowered. Oh, good. USA apartment or room. If you have any accommodation for the rent, leave me. If you have any accommodation for the rent, what? I definitely noticed a small improvement in my mood. Lake's View, let's explore. And Contra, feel free to comment on the general that Spirit just did for you, for sure. Um, Lake's View, explore that a little bit more. I definitely noticed a small improvement in my mood. If you want to share the topic, share the topic. Well, my old thought was XYZ. Now I'm here. I like that. I definitely noticed a small improvement in my. You got to give me a little more Lake's View so I can help more. Yeah, I've been meditating a lot more, guys, because I really want to channel source like purely for you guys and just be a pure channel. And I want you to like feel their energy emanating off me onto you guys. I'm like ready to step up and be responsible to people who want to hear source. And Antoinette, feel free to you can do your comments and stuff. Okay, my partner's mood swings were getting me kind of down. I've changed the way I think about it a bit. Wonderful. I noticed that old me used to be easily swayed in my mood and my emotions based on what my partner was thinking or feeling. So I like that I've learned to be in a we and also learn how to keep my own point of attraction. I like that that means that I'm mastering step 4 law of attraction, where it is the whole happiness on my own. I like that I'm learning how to be happier in a lot of different given situations. I like that I'm clearly rewriting an old pattern from younger me where I used to think I had to match the mood of the people in the room. I also like that I'm becoming aware right here, right now on this show about the difference between understanding and love. Understanding is when you're up here, they're here, and you drop to meet them to, oh, I get why that sucks. Now we both think it sucks. I get that I'm understanding that love is choosing to focus on someone with positive intent. Oh, I'm sorry you're feeling bad, babe. What do you need right now? Do you want me to get you a cup of warm tea? Do you want to cuddle? You just need time alone? Okay, I'm going to go to this yoga class. I like that I've learned to be an independent point of attraction, enjoying and delighting in relationships without me having to become exactly like them. Let's keep going with Alika a little bit. Keep commenting, Alika. I'm going to focus on you right now. Concha, you have access to my Law of Attraction course. This is all step 4 that I'm talking about right now. If you want to review the course, I like it. I put so much makeup on today, and you can't even really. Whatever. I look beautiful. Yes, my partner has been so indecisive about his career path and was driving me crazy before. I like this new one. I like this new knowing that I don't have to help make his decision. I also like this new definition, this additional definition of love that I'm learning right here, right now. That love is about witnessing someone else's life, it's about witnessing their life. Oh, babe, you don't know what you want to do right now? Ugh, shucks. As I lay in and cuddle him, recognizing that I don't have any responsibility for it. I like knowing that since I'm becoming a powerful step 4 manifester, that I know my point of attraction is it would be so nice when he gains his clarity. It would be so nice when he gains his clarity. I would really love it if he can gain clarity because I'd like him to have a steady, stable job. It'd make me feel more secure. I'm ready to feel financially secure. I'm ready to feel like I've got a good man in my life who's providing for his family. I'd like for my 1 year old to see his dad bringing in the bacon for us. I'd like to be shouting with pride, Daddy bought us this. And and I'd like it when he feels a sense of competency. Universe, if you can help him gain his clarity, if you can help him find a place of employment that he would just really, really like and delight in, because I would like it if he felt more of a man, more competent. That would be so nice. Alika, do you see that difference? If you get caught up in worry and his vibration, you do what Kelly said was this. If he ever focuses on you, it's reflected back to him. If you're up here in your I like my career. Here's why. I like the steady paychecks. I like the coworkers. I like the light to medium touch relationships it provides. I like the sense of accomplishment I feel, the success I feel, the achievement I feel, the life satisfaction that definitely plays into it. I really like that. So, of course, I'd like that for him. I'd like him just to have a knowing that what he's doing is enough, that what he's doing is good, that what he's doing is providing for his family. And when he's more feeling competent and confident, he's going to bring more to the table. He's going to bring a better mood to hang out with me and the sun. So whatever he's working through, I trust and know that he can work through it. Universe, I need a sign to feel reassured to keep working this out with him, but I know that I'm really going to like it when he gets clarity. You have no responsibility for the other person. And if you at all go, I'm holding this point of attraction for him to get a job, it's not going to work. It's going to backfire. And then you're going to not meet him, but you're going to have your own downward spiral. So it's just more of a, I know that I would like it if this were to happen. Ooh, when he gets that clarity and is on a career path, oh my God, life is just going to be so much better. I do want life to be better. I want to be enjoying family time more. I want when all three of us are hanging out, all three of us to feeling good, competent, and confident. It just gives the other people the best opportunity for success. If when they pick up your vibes, it's oh, she wants me to get clarity. A default co creator observes reality and just manifests based on what they observed. They are very much at the sway of other people's emotions. A deliberate co creator is there for other people, loves them, and also maintains their own. And they're asking, do you see how that would work? Yes, my partner's been so indecisive about his career path and it's driving me crazy. He would tend to blame me for him not knowing what he wanted. You said that so perfectly. He plans to give up trucking and go back to school. Oh, wow. That's wow. He wants to go back to school. How is he going to help pay the bills? Well, ignore what I said. Listen to what Spirit said. And school might be a good thing for him because at least he might be happy and like know that like this is the path I'm on. This is what I can do. And he could always pick up a part-time job too as he's going to school. So, okay, Alika, do you have any more questions, comments? He wants me to hold down the bills if necessary. Wow, do you want to do that? You can if you want. Some people like it. It's just when I feel into it, Alika. Okay, spirit, am I okay? Um, when I feel into it, there's a little bit of him like trying to buy himself time and like how to like skirt around the issue, which is him not being able to make a decision and line up with it. I don't I don't mind if he truly ends up finishing school and being happier because his mood swings are annoying. I get that. I guess I just get what's going on for him is him learning how to make a decision and line up with it. And he's not like doesn't know how to do that right now. All I can tell you, League, is when I feel into it, his energy is kind of like a, well, why not? I'll give that a try. Maybe that is what I need. And there's a little bit of, and the spirit guides are saying you know this, you could feel this within him. I I don't care if it works out. At least I could say I gave it a try. I can at least prove that I'm trying. And there's a little bit of, oh, I don't, just trying to avoid pressure. Alika, what's your feedback on that? Every other day he changes his mind. Oh my gosh, I can see how that would. Then he blamed me and said I don't push him to finish school, so I'm not supportive. Wow. Alika, that's a lot. What I can share is when I was younger, I graduated college first. He supposedly had one more semester. So I was like, I'll cover the bills that one semester, no big deal. What ended up that semester passed and was like, okay, we're going to graduation. And he was like, no, I moved from Southern California to Northern California to be with you. The classes that were offered were different, and one I needed to graduate isn't being offered until next semester. And I was like, okay, okay, so one more semester. And he's like, yeah, because I moved here for you. Yeah, yeah. Was it 3 years later? 3 years later. Keep in mind, my original intended career path was to become a nurse practitioner. I was going to support him for one semester, and then I would finish my last two prereqs, and then I would apply to nurse practitioner school. What ended up happening is I was like, okay, I can't do this job here in Sacramento. It's not making enough money. If I'm the one paying the bills, let's go utilize my UC Berkeley degree. Let's go back to San Francisco and let me just get at least like an office admin job so we're making more money. And then he had to transfer schools again. And it was well, no, they were on the opposite schedule of the second one that I moved to for you. I'm only in this situation because of you, because I love you. I'm following you around. I was like, okay, one more semester. After a year and a half, I was like, WTF? Let me look at your transcript. And I had to push him for like a week before he gave me access. I looked at it and I was like, what the F? You have a year left. You effing lied to me. You told me a semester. But at that point, I was so deep in that I was like, oh my God, let's just do it. And at that point, I then looked at my transcript and realized, because every time you take a prereq or a class, they have an expiration date. And I was like, oh my God, starting next semester, 3 of the 5 prereqs I took to apply to nurse practitioner school, and keep in mind, I was supposed to be like studying for the GRE. I was like, they're going to start expiring one by one. So I was like, what the fuck? My dream of nurse practitioner is crumbling because what the hell? Because you lied to me. Okay, I stuck it out another year and a half, and the kicker was when we just because I kind of just accepted it, was like, screw it, you're in it for another year, go for it. Nurse practitioner isn't for you. Now that I'm older, though, I'm actually extremely happy that I didn't get into the medical field. Extremely thankful and glad. I would have probably been addicted to the money. I'm so glad it didn't happen. And then I kind of looked at him, I was like, okay, like it's been a year, so it's like next semester, your last semester. Look at his transcript again. He'd been failing classes. That was, of course, my fault because I wasn't being the, oh my God, baby, I'm so proud of you. You're going to school. And then it was well, if you really loved me, I need help paying for tuition. And I was like, what the F? Like, the money I'm making, I'm paying all the bills. I already started helping pay for your public transportation to get to school, which was a couple hundred a month. But again, remember, it was my fault because I moved him up here If I let him stay there, his dad would have been supporting him and doing this stuff, and he would have been graduated by now. I think I ended up calling my dad. I was like, Dad, he says, like, I need to start helping him with tuition. And he was like, Oh my God, Kelly, I've been supportive of you all along, but you need to get out of that relationship. I'm not saying you need to get out of yours, okay? I'm just trying to emphasize the skirting, the responsibility issue that's going on here. Um, he's like, Kelly, if he needs to start paying for tuition with cash, that means he's hit his max of student loans to pay for tuition. And I dug deeper, and sure enough, that was the case. And, then he just kept going lower and lower and lower. I found out and we were adding 300 a month to my credit card this entire 3 years. And it hit a point where I did my finances and I was like, oh my God, in 9 months, I won't be able to afford the bare minimum. So I ended up breaking up with him. He slunk lower and lower and lower and lower. All I can tell you is now, because he hit rock bottom and had to figure it out, he's now happily married, two beautiful kids. When I see shit on social media, they look peaceful, content, and happy. It's a good job that he has. Kelly, you were so on point. We moved to VA a year ago because he had a baby and my family lives here. Oh, because we had a baby and my family lives here. He says he doesn't have good opportunities because of where we live. Oh my God, that's such. Whew. That's such BS. There are opportunities everywhere. Look, girl, when I moved to Chattanooga, I went from a white collar HR profession and I was in the tech industry. When I moved to Chattanooga, there was a lot of blue collar manufacturing industries out there. A lot of the big companies wouldn't hire me. Oh, you won't understand our workers. You won't be able to keep up with the workload. That was bullshit. I could have. But they weren't hiring me. And then but I was always finding, oh, you need a website made? Sure, I'll make you one. I wasn't a graphic designer. I wasn't a web developer, but those like Wix and Squarespace, those were becoming available. So I taught myself how to do that. The first client, oh my God, I wasn't paid nearly enough for the amount of hours I did, but I was learning how to do it. And then some people don't need fancy websites, they just need the basic one. And for them, learning that software was too much. So I think I was doing like $500. I'll get you a basic website up. You'll get a homepage, about page, and this. I think, I was doing that. And I'm not tech savvy. And then I think they were like, well, we need someone to kind of help manage this project. You work harder than everyone else. Are you a project manager? I was like, no, but let me come in and let me see if I think I can get your project finished. Um, and I hit a moment where it was like, do I want to live in Chattanooga, yes or no? And the answer was like, you know what? I do kind of want to live here a little bit longer. I feel frustrated that the large companies don't want to hire me for HR, the profession where I know I can make like adult money. I then realized like, well, your rent out here is only 800. You've always wanted to start your own business. Why not start it? Because paying 800 a month in rent is a heck of a lot easier than the 2600 you were looking at in the Bay Area. Now look what I do. So that's my fault too, apparently. He's going back to school to be a nurse now. That's too funny. He said he never decided to focus on his own dreams and be a nurse because I never offered to pay the bills if he did that. Oh my gosh. So he can pull out student loans. When I went to UC Berkeley, I pulled out loans. I worked part-time jobs and I pulled out loans, and that is how I paid my bills. I don't even know what else to say, Lakesview. I have seen couples where the woman held down the fort, but the men were never playing the blame game. I feel like I'm always failing a secret test I didn't know I was taking. He blindsided me with his opinions of me. Wow, and he has opinions of you? God, he did that to me too. You're not supportive. You come home and you bitch about your work, and then my mood lowers, and I couldn't study because you just bitched about how hard work was. And then I couldn't study, so of course I failed. I'm too busy taking care of you. See how much I love you? Why are you so needy? And then, like, I guess, like, the one kicker point for me, besides the student loan thing, where I was like, and recognizing I wouldn't be able to afford rent, or I wouldn't be able to afford the minimum if I kept going, adding 300 a month. Oh, and let me jump to the end though. When I finally like broke up with him, and because I used to have like my money deposited into a joint account, and he covered all the bills and everything, and that was when 300 a month was being added to my credit card just to pay like basic bills. Well, you're not making enough money, and I'm so stressed, so I can't study. How am I supposed to study if I'm like worried about how we're gonna survive? See, I'm trying to provide. Now that I hear it, it's effing laughable. Uh, when I started putting half in the joint account, half in mine, that was when I realized, like, wait, how much money do I make? Wait, how much are the bills? And I was like, oh, okay, the joint account can pay rent, all the bills, and he still has this much money to buy himself food. Because at that point, I was like, and this is how much money I get? Okay. I think I was like, I'll even chip in for half a rent for my half of my money. Um, and oh my God, those were some wild times, dude. And let's see. And I started going out more. I started buying my dresses every paycheck, and I was like, cool, I'm even saving like 100 a month. But then his tooth started hurting. And I ended up pulling out like a 3K loan to fix his teeth. His teeth never got fixed. Him and that dentist worked out a deal where I pulled out the loan. They split the effing cash. I can't work when my tooth is in this much pain. Oh my God, you won't even love me and support me. I thought it was through thick and thin. And I'd be like, "Did you go to the dentist?" He's like, "I did." I was like, "Why don't your teeth look any different?" Because they were definitely jacked up. Oh, he had to do like a root canal and cleaning to get it ready for before they could put the fillings on my teeth. So annoying, but I'm aware of what's going on with him, so I try not to let it get to me. I just show him love. He doesn't have many people in his life. Pete. Oh my God, Kelly, you were so funny. Oh, good. I'm glad you're finding it funny. Um, yeah, and all I can say is a lot of people around me, when I pulled all the money back to mine, because I think what ended up happening after the first month, when the second, because I got paid twice a month, when the second one came in, he's like, oh, okay, you're going to cover rent. I was like, no, there's enough money in the joint account to have covered rent, all the bills, and you would have had a couple hundred for food. And I was like, I'm at most willing to cover half the rent out of my half of my own fucking money. Oh, don't cuss, YouTube. Out of my own money. Um, and I was like, what's going on in the joint account? There was no money, and there was like $50 in there. And I had like literally just enough for rent. And thank God I didn't go and blow my money. And that was when I lost. I flipped out. I was like, what did you spend the money on? That was $1,600. Rent's only 1,000. The bills are this much. There was this much money for you to get food. You weren't cooking for the family. You weren't making meals for us. Where'd that money go? And then he's like, oh, by the way, I got a ticket for smoking on the BART. And I was like, what? That's where my money's been going. I've been adding 300 a month to my credit card for 3 years. Um, so he hit like rock bottom. And after I like ended it, it took me like another 9 months to get him out of my apartment. Even though like I wasn't feeding him or anything. I mean, he was getting a place to stay that was safe. He then decided, I'm gonna go be homeless because my girlfriend kicked me out. Kelly, there's a guy with a knife running around. Can you pay to get me a hotel? And I was like, okay, I got him a hotel. But then when he called me, he's like, oh, thank you. I'm back in the apartment. I bought Chinese food. I was like, bro, I gave you enough money for hotel for 3 nights so you can figure some stuff out for yourself. And you're telling me you bought $35 worth of Chinese food? You spent like, I don't know, 1/5 or 1/6 the money I gave you on food. And oh, you couldn't take the BART back to my house. You had to pay $70 for a taxi because you were so scared. So you spent all the money that's supposed to be 3 days of living for you to buy yourself expensive takeout and a cab to get back to my house. That's when I like lost it. I was like, you better get the F out. I don't even care if you're homeless. And what ended up happening is he called with a sob story to his dad. His dad immediately came down and picked him up. His dad was like, "Oh, you didn't finish your degree? Well, don't worry. You have all the knowledge to do this job." His dad got him a job. He was definitely still miserable and sad for quite a few years after that. But now that he's married, they're a double income family. Um, so like another point of sharing that story is that watch him. Is he getting worse or is he appreciative? You know, I'd really like this opportunity, babe. What do you think? What do you think of this? Given school, I think I could probably work like 10 hours a week though, so I'd only be bringing in this much money. Like, I'm sorry I won't be able to pay all the rent or even half of it, but I'd really appreciate it. I think I'm ready. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, I know the position you're in, so I don't want to sway you one way or another. But the point of that story is to show you that it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Let me see if Spirit has anything to say on that. Well, we're not going to encourage you to leave or stay. What we're going to encourage you is to solidify being in step 4. This is my vibes. That's his vibes. Continue to recognize that it's okay for me to be in a higher vibrational state than my partner is. And then the more that you solidify in your own vibes, the more that you'll get your own yes or no from your own inner being, inner guidance, higher self to know if it's in alignment for you to be that rock for him or if it's not. There's certainly nothing wrong with saying, well, I hear you, babe, and I would love to give you that opportunity. I guess I just get so worried about how the bills will get paid. I get so worried about, how we'll be saving for retirement. Does he, oh, wow, that's really good concerns? Or does he, well, if you really love me, that wouldn't be an issue. Oh, what, babe? You don't think I'm going to finish and I won't contribute a lot afterwards? You'll get all the information you need, but we need you to stay focused on it's okay for me to be at a different point of attraction than him. It's okay for me to have clarity and enjoy my job because we need your energy clear for when you go to work. His doesn't trickle into your work. I like my job. Here's why. I like the steady paycheck. I like the amount. I like the place it lets me rent. You keep solid in your vibes. And remember the rampage we did for you earlier? You can come back and listen to it because Kelly's story did kind of lower the vibes a little bit. It would be nice when he has clarity. It would be nice when he can make a decision and line up with it. I would like him home more often. Focus on those two things so that you stay in your own point of attraction and you'll get the clarity and knowing that you need. Concha, as far as living with that many people, you're already seeing that you could share space. You would quite like it because sometimes some people will be available for connection, but then they might get busy in a project and there'll be someone else available for connection. And you would really like a place where you can do your yoga. Whether or not it's that specific house or not, it's not like you have to make a decision today. Why not go, universe, I'm still open to seeing places that you think would be a phenomenal fit for me. Why not give yourself a couple options? Living with people, you will like you saw it. You and Kelly, you had a week of adjustment and now things are flowing. Kelly's even, hey, I've adjusted. I think I feel comfortable to start cooking my soups and I think I'm ready to cook soups, cook my muffins, get on my like normal eating habit, eat my salads every day. I think I can maintain it now. So it's about being okay with there's going to be an adjustment process. And I can adjust, I can adapt. I trust my ability to grow, adapt, change, evolve. That's our wish for you to hear. I'm just worried that he will still not be happy once he does make the changes. Yeah, I totally get that worry. That's why I shared that whole effing story with you. He's actually very obsessed with the idea of being stable and buying a house one day and always having enough money. He's a bit paranoid at times, honestly. Oh man. This was a great live. Oh good, I'm glad you liked it. All two of you. This was though. Great message for me too. Keeping my vibe solid. Love it. Yeah, I wonder what should I title this, you guys? Hi, Divine Timing. What should I title this live? Um, High Vibe Mornings. Don't stay with a dirty ex. No. You know, it's funny. I don't regret my choice, Alika, even though I'm single now, kid free, not a family. I do not regret my, like, I think my mom even asked me, she's like, when we were kind of like, I'm like, dang, I'm just like afraid I might miss my opportunity to like have a family. You didn't miss today. You're just at the page section of it now. The first 30 minutes is always free. After that, I request an encouraged suggestion, an encouraged super chat of $20 if you want your reading done today. Sprinkle, sprinkle. She's like, do you, like, because my mom was definitely not supportive of him. I think based on the story I shared, it's obvious why. She's like, "Do you regret not staying with him and making it work?" Because I definitely shared like, "Wow, I see him doing this, doing that." There, like the family went skiing, the family went on an international trip. She's like, "Do you regret not staying with him?" And I just kind of got really quiet and went, "You know, it's really hard for me to answer anything other than no." Because he wouldn't have had his like wake up if I didn't do that. He would not have had to have man up. He would not have had to, I don't even want to say man up because we all have to have, like I had to have that moment. I took a break from doing this for 5 years. I had to have a moment where it was, am I going to go back to the corporate world or am I going to like restart my business? And I was like hitting rock bottom myself. And then it was, okay, well, I don't want to go to homeless shelter. I don't want to live off my friends' couches. Um, so it's either corporate world or this. So I took a little job. I drove Lyft and I started the show. And now I'm like, okay, I like that my business is actually flowing in almost enough money to cover all my bills. So I still have a little part time job, just a couple hours a day, because I want to be gentle on myself as I step back into this, the responsibility of this, you know, being there for people, supporting them. So we all have to have those moments where it's a, wait, what do I want for myself? What level of life do I want for myself? What's the base finances that I want for myself for me to be happy? What's the base level of a competent partner that I want? Um, I was happy on my son, but his daddy stresses me out. I totally get that. So just keep listening to what Spirit said. Keep focusing on your step 4, your point of attraction. Focus on what you find satisfying. Yeah, yeah. Keep focusing on your point of attraction. Keep focusing on you solidifying that it's okay to be in a different vibration than your partner. And then you'll be able to fill into the, it is in alignment for me to make this, or it's a, no, you know what? I really don't want to do this. I don't care if you ever get a fancy ass career engineer. I'm fine with you being a, grocery store people make $20 an hour. You'll get your, just keep going. All right. Hey, what do you guys think I should title this though? High Vibe Mornings, watching a partner downward spiral. Should you stay with a partner who's downward spiraling? That's what I should title it, huh? All right. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow, Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Have a good day, guys.